All right, let's get into some gear talk. Told you, every episode I'm going to be talking about some gear. And this one I was oddly interested in. And I say oddly because it's an action cam. And I have not looked into any action cams in a very long time, since the hype around GoPros back in the day. And the reason why this interests me, so I'm looking for a camera that can be completely versatile. Something I can throw around, something I can let kids play with, and not be afraid that they'll break. I've been thinking a lot about passing on what I know to the next generation, specifically my two kids. But every time I let them use my camera, I'm terrified that they're about to drop it and break it. And it's like $6,000 gone like that. And I have to tell them, I'm sorry, but you're not going to college anymore because I got to buy a new camera. I'm exaggerating, but you know what I'm saying. Okay, so this camera is $350. So that already is appealing if it's a tool that I could just toss around and not really be too scared about. So, of course, I started rummaging the internet looking for clips. And one of my favorite YouTubers, Potato Jet, did a real deep dive on this camera.
Pro. So my favorite has to definitely be the improvement of image quality. When I first saw the specs, it was like, yeah, it looks pretty similar to the Action 4 Pro, but when I got it, the first thing I did was a bunch of side-by-side comparisons with the Action 4. We get a lot more dynamic range. I feel like the textures are better, but also auto exposure, which is one of those things that never really shows up on spec sheets. Like, look at this dynamic range right now. Like, you are inside and we have direct sunlight outside. I like the fact that this is super versatile. You know, you could use it in so many different situations, from just like a travel video or vlogging or as an action camera, of course.
So that sounds cool. I mean, it sounds like the picture quality met his standards. My old GoPros, the quality was always there. I always liked the quality. You know, they're not going to be as good as your mirrorless cameras or your cinema cameras. But this one has a lot of dynamic range, which is great if you're going to be doing a lot of post-production work. So that's cool. There's other features that I would want in a camera like this. One issue that I didn't like about my GoPros was the audio. The audio was really bad. There were ways to attach an outside audio source, but those were kind of finicky and you had to buy proprietary parts from what I remembered. But this has a very unique way of setting up audio.
Bam. You got a mic and I got a mic now.
So it supports up to how many mics?
2 mics.
2 mics.
So just like the Pocket 3 does.
Yeah.
The last Action only supported 1 mic, which is cool. But, you know, what if you got a friend with you? But this is just so convenient.
Yeah.
The other day I was helping Mateo film some social content. They were both wearing microphones and I was just filming vertically. We were filming 2 people have a conversation while they're riding e-bikes and smooth stabilized video. I was just following them with the one wheel. Filming something like that from a traditional mindset, that's pretty complex.
Yeah, you need more stuff.
Yeah, but this was just easy.
Okay. So when looking for an action camera, so far it's sounding good. Okay, first of all, do you need an action camera? For me, I think I do. Okay. Picture quality is there. Versatility is there. Sound options are there. What else would I want in an action camera? I tell you what. I want it to last for a very long time. I do not have time for this sort of setup. I want something where I don't need to be grabbing a battery every 30 minutes. You know, if I give it to the kids and just let them run with the camera, say, capture me 2 hours of footage at school, if they allow it, and bring back the footage. I don't want to worry about the battery, you know, running out right when they find the hidden treasure. That would be devastating. Okay. So battery life. And I'm happy to report that Potato Jet did a very deep dive in the battery life.
So not only did it record my entire mountain biking experience, but I gave up, I came home, I took a shower, I made plans with Dylan to meet up to get ramen, and we're on our way to get ramen now. You fed the dogs, I took a shower, and then we are on our way to get dinner, and this is still the same clip. Generally speaking, with like a GoPro, if we do like a motorcycle ride, it's usually like, okay, 1 battery for the trip out, and then a battery for the trip back. But this is like comfortably just 1 battery. So it officially died at 203 minutes. That's crazy. Almost 3.5 hours, which is wild.
Okay. 3.5 hours for one battery is completely insane. I don't think any other action camera can operate like that. So that's exciting to hear. So 2 cameras, you get your day covered pretty much. You're not going to be filming for 24 hours. I hope not. Okay, so that's cool. Now, the post-production process, Potato Jet did not hop into. I always had a hard time editing GoPro footage. I don't know if it was just too high res for my computer at the time or proprietary stuff. I really don't know. But one cool thing that I saw in some videos, that there's a feature where you can shoot 6K. You can shoot up to 6K, but it's in a 4:3 frame. Okay. 4:3 is the old school TV framing. Now you might be wondering, why do I want an image that's 6K in a 4:3 frame? That's weird. Well, I tell you, no, it's not. It's actually a lot more versatile in post-production because you can crop at a 16:9 and your image will still be 4K. And guess what? You can also crop vertically. You've got all that extra room on the top, the bottom, and both sides. Headroom, lead room, all that. You have a whole lot to work with. If you are an editor that always has to convert 16:9 shot footage into a vertical, you know how hard that is. You end up with a lot of clips of them like tights on their nose for no reason. Just because that, you shot for wide. You weren't thinking about vertical. This really helps it out because you have all this extra space to play with. The camera is $350, which is $50 cheaper than the newest GoPro. And all the picture quality tests that I saw online is saying that this is superior to all other action camera picture qualities at the moment. And it also is in line with its Osmo Pocket 3 that just came out. So you're getting close to that picture quality. I don't think it has that much dynamic range. But hey, it's a camera you could toss around. I'm getting one.